Hello. I want to go through module one. You already did part of it. I want to make sure we have gone through the whole thing in terms of completing this. And don't worry about the grades. Try your best. It won't take that time. Do you know that long? Do you know why? Because you already learned. If you click here, 100, and even if these numbers are not here, let me highlight these numbers and then I click delete. If you click 100 here, you bring arrow here, you bring it all the way down here, it copies everything here as you see. Therefore, it doesn't take that long that, you see that it is, and let me show you about these months. Here you type January, here you type February, here you type March. You bundle them together, you bring the arrow at the end and you drag it all the way through. Do you see it copies the months for you? It should take a very short period of time to put this. As you know, these are the calculation, and the calculation is that when these numbers are not here, very easily, here you go, I click delete. If you are here, you click here, you click sum, you see that it is, showing these, lines, and then it says add from B9 to B16. Either you can come here, click one more time to get the total, and then you bring the arrow to the very corner and you put it all the way to here, and that changes everything. And then you come here, as you see, you highlight from here, you hold on to the control key, you highlight from here, and then after you do that, you click on insert, and then you click on charts, and you click here, you get this chart. But the problem is that this chart is on top of these numbers I don't like. The way I would do is that I click here, double click. When I click on my chart here, I will see my chart toolbar here. If I click here, I lose my chart toolbar at the top. If I click here, double click, here is my chart toolbar. And when you see this chart is elected, you find out by these dots around it. If these dots are not around it, that means you won't be able to see this chart. Again, one more time, I click here, I lose my chart toolbar. I double click on my chart and I see these dots and I see my chart toolbar, which allows me to change the format of chart. Suppose, do you like this color? Fine, you go with this. Someone might say, I like this to be this style. Do you see? If I click, it gives me this style. This gives me this. Therefore, different styles. And one of these styles put the numbers like this. For now, I go with this style, for example. For now, this is a style. I am not happy this is on top of these numbers. I click move chart, and then I click new sheet, and I click OK. What happens? My chart comes in a new sheet in here. After it comes in a new sheet, I see these are called legends at the bottom. I don't like the fact that my legends are at the bottom. Maybe I should do something. Maybe I can click here, and do you see chart labels and legends? Legends have come at the bottom. I bring the arrow here and click. I say, I don't want them at the bottom. I want them at the right. Do you see it came in the right side of the, chart? Here, this chart is added in here. And then I can do a lot of other fancy things. Suppose you already learned about this. Do you see this is chart title? It puts title for my chart. And do you see here is written title? I put chart title. Let me see what options I have. If I take the check mark out, the title disappears. If I put here the check mark, the title comes. I come to this arrow, and then I click here and let's say center overlay. Let's see what it is. Oh, it puts it on the top of it. I don't like that. I click here, stay there. I can change the chart, change of my title and put my name, for example, Sayed. Here you go, Sayed. That's the way you change the title. Therefore, you can change the legend. You learned about this plus sign. Let's see what this is. It gives me styles. Do you see here is written styles? These styles are the same styles you see here. Therefore, what kind of a style do you like? You come here and choose the type of a style that you might say, oh, you like this style. You go with this style. Doesn't matter. Therefore, as you see, these are not difficult to, say. And then again, I click here. I see this toolbar pops up when I click here. Do you see this filter? It filters it for me. Let me change my style. I don't like this style. I go back to this style. And this is miscellaneous. Imagine, I don't like miscellaneous here. This is red one is the miscellaneous. Let me see if I can pull it out. Look how nice I pulled it out. I bring it back. Now, I don't like this miscellaneous. Maybe can I filter it without, using miscellaneous? Let me take. Do you see I can put the check mark out or put a check mark? Therefore, I want you to learn about this, and I want you to understand what this is. And you already know and if you want to change your chart type, you can click here and change it. Suppose you might say, I don't like this. I like bar chart. I can click bar chart and change it to or area chart. That's crazy. I don't like that kind of chart. I click cancel. I go back to my chart that I liked. And then you try to see what these are. Do you see this one? Fill and line. Maybe that allows me to fill certain things. Let me click here and let's see fill what fill allows me. And I want to fill. What do you want to fill? I want to fill something with gradients. Do you see something else feel solid? Therefore, you see what these are and try to work with them to understand what they are. After you do all of this, most likely your chart, here it is monthly. This is your numbers here. And these numbers, once you do this, you email it to me. It gives you some ideas what it is, and therefore you already learned about some of these. One important thing I want you to know is that, as you know, this is called ribbon. This ribbon has a lot of good toolbars in it. And then these are the toolbars to deal with this, as you know. If you want to make this bold, of course, you highlight, you click bold. These are the toolbars for, to deal with this, chart, with this, table. Now, if you want to use the toolbar for your chart, you have to go to the tab that has chart, and then you click there, and then you have to double click on chart. That way it understands you want to deal with the toolbar that your chart has. Therefore, you understand. I want to show you one more thing. And do you see this chart? And do you see this one is green? I don't like the green here. Okay, when I click here, do you see it is green color? I don't like the green color. I can right click, and then I can come and set tab color, and I like it red. Do you see it changed to red? Therefore, you learn how to deal with these tabs. And then you can even create a new tab. If you click here, a new sheet will pop up here, Therefore, this is here. If you want to create another chart, imagine to create a chart for commission and interest. I highlight these two, and then I come here, I put my finger on control key, I highlight these two, and then I come here and I click on insert. I click on chart. Do you see? Maybe bar chart or two column chart. I like it like this. Do you see? It comes right here. And this is huge. Do you see? This is too big. Commission, a lot of commission. But interest is only $100. It's only very little, Therefore, this is something I want you to learn. And look at here, the bar chart is here. I don't like this. I click delete on my keyboard. Hopefully that disappears. Again, I click delete, it disappeared. And therefore, I could move that chart to another place. I want to make sure you understand that. Go ahead and see if you can create this one for me and send it to me. I am going to send this file for you. This is created by me and by someone else. Therefore, these are, work with them. Don't worry about the grade. Your goal is to learn about.